You know when you ask someone like what their new friend is actually like and they just shrug and say, they're nice.
Oh, yeah. It's basically the verbal equivalent of a blank sheet of paper.
Right. It gives you absolutely nothing. So welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're taking those blank sheet of paper descriptions and, well, turning them into masterpieces.
Exactly. We're getting right into your grade 12 textbook. Get involved.
Yeah, specifically Unit 1, which is called All About Me. Our mission today is to extract the exact vocabulary from this unit to help you, hit those top scoring bands on your exam.
Because to write a really top-tier character description, you have to upgrade your descriptive toolkit. I mean, basic English vocabulary is kind of like a box of 8 crayons.
It's fine for a quick sketch.
Right, but the vocabulary in Unit 1 is a professional painter's palette. Instead of just calling someone, like, good or bad, you learn to categorize traits into precise qualities and characteristics.
Like sensible, creative, or reliable. And the text doesn't shy away from the complex or negative traits either.
No, it doesn't.
It brings in words like arrogant, clumsy, grumpy, and stubborn.
And what's really useful for the exam here is how the unit highlights negative prefixes. Examiners absolutely love negative prefixes.
Wait, why is that?
Because it shows you aren't just memorizing a separate word for bad. You're showing that you understand how English morphology actually builds words.
Oh, I get it. You're taking a root word and flipping its meaning entirely. Like turning reliable into unreliable.
Exactly. Or polite into impolite.
I see how that elevates the vocabulary. But say I'm sitting for the exam. Is it enough to just drop the word thoughtful into a sentence and impress the grader?
Well, no. The highest marks require an extra layer of precision. As they highlight in the textbook sub-skills section, you actually need to combine these adjectives with gradable and non-gradable adverbs.
Okay, let's unpack that, because gradable sounds like serious grammar jargon. What's the actual mechanism there?
It's simpler than it sounds. Think of gradable adjectives like a volume dial. You can turn the intensity up or down.
So you aren't just sensitive, you can be slightly sensitive.
Or extremely sensitive.
Right.
Non-gradable adjectives, on the other hand, are like an on-off switch.
Like a binary thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You can't be slightly impossible or like a little bit perfect. You either are or you aren't. And showing the examiner you know the difference between that volume dial and the switch demonstrates real control over the language.
That makes total sense. But adjectives really only give us a static picture, right? If your character is stubborn, the examiner wants to see them actually doing something stubborn.
Yes. How do we put these traits into motion?
Right. We need action words that carry the same level of nuance.
Which brings us to the mechanics of 3-part phrasal verbs. We're talking about a verb followed by 2 particles.
Oh, phrases like come up with or run out of.
Yeah, live up to, look out for, get along with. They're essential for describing action and relationships.
I'm a bit confused, though. If I'm writing a formal, graded, written exam, shouldn't I avoid conversational phrases like get along with? Like, shouldn't I use a formal single word like tolerate?
You'd think so, but no. Mastering inseparable 3-part verbs actually demonstrates advanced language proficiency.
Really?
Yeah, it shows the examiner you understand the natural rhythm and mechanics of English. But, you have to get to the syntax right.
Which means?
Think of the 2 little particles as superglue. They have to stick directly to the verb. You cannot separate them.
Ah, so you can stand up for your friend, but you can't stand your friend up for.
Exactly. The action and the direction are permanently attached.
Okay, so we have our vocabulary dial turned up and our superglued phrasal verbs ready to go. How does all this actually translate to the exam's evaluation rubrics?
Well, the rubrics are the rules of the game. To achieve a band 5, which is the top score on the writing task, you must write exactly 4 paragraphs describing a person.
4 paragraphs, got it.
And you must cover their physical appearance and their character. But crucially, you have to include a personal anecdote using past tenses, all with 0 or, very few spelling mistakes in your key vocabulary.
Wait, why specifically a past tense anecdote? Is it just because they want to see if you can shift timelines?
That is the exact reason. You aren't just saying, he is grumpy in the present tense. You have to prove it by telling a story about a time he acted grumpy in the past.
Oh, wow. It forces you to blend narrative flow with character description.
Yes, it proves to the examiner that you can paint a complete picture of a human being.
So the secret sauce to a perfect score isn't just dropping big words at random. It's weaving this advanced vocabulary into a well-structured story. Master those precise adjectives, pair them with 3-part phrasal verbs, and wrap them in a 4-paragraph anecdotal structure.
That is exactly how you ace the unit.
Which leaves you with something to think about today. If you had to define your own identity using just one 3-part phrasal verb and one extreme adjective from today's list, what would they be and what story would they tell the examiner?